Hi, you guys. Welcome back to another episode of Music Mondays. We're on an even 30. We are going into our midlife crisis.
Did you see me look surprised when you brought us in? I was like zoning out, and then I went.
This week is one of our special episodes. We are going through our albums of the year. So
album, singular.
Well, we have two albums, Years and Life.
Oh. You're right.
Ow. Okay. All right.
I'm sorry. I just fucking meltdown right now.
You look like summer and I look like winter.
I'm very cold.
Yeah, it's cold as shit in here.
I should have put my sweater back on. That was stupid.
That's
oh well,
all right.
It's too late now.
This won't be a super long episode. Just so you guys know, it's not going to be a super long episode. We're just telling you what our favorite album of the year is and why.
Yeah, and next week we'll be back to our, because it's the new year, so we wanted to just kind of wrap up. God, I am falling apart. No. So we wanted to just kind of wrap up the new year, the old year, and go into the new one.
Yeah.
So that's it.
Yep.
But yeah, so next week we'll be back on a normal album of the week kind of deal.
Yeah.
Yeah. So what's your album of the year, Taylor?
My album of the year kind of came as a surprise to me, maybe not to you guys, but my album of the year was Narrated for You by Alec Benjamin. Yes, I understand it is a mixtape and not technically an album, but don't come for me. It's okay. It's quite long and quite good, and I really enjoyed it.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. So, yeah, my why is, I'll listen to every song on the album. Like we both said, we're not huge fans of If I Killed Someone for You.
Mm-hmm.
But it's also one of the songs that the more I listen to it, the more I like it. I don't skip a single song on the album. And that album came out the week after John Bellion's album came out, and I was fully expecting Glory Sound Prep to be my album of the year because The Human Condition was my album of the year that came out. So I was like, well, duh, it's going to happen again. But when this came out, I kind of stopped listening to Glory Sound Prep, which I didn't expect from myself. Mm-hmm. So I enjoy Alec as a person. I think he's a sweet, sweet boy. I enjoy his artistry and his passion for his music. And his music makes me feel. And I think that's neat.
Yeah.
So I have like a connection to this album. I think it's really good. And it's my number one album of the year.
Yeah.
What about you?
Mine is, you said yours might be a surprise to them. Mine is not a surprise to myself or anyone.
Yeah.
What If Nothing by Walk the Moon. Like, you could see that. It's one of my albums of all time. So, like, but as some of you may know, Walk the Moon is, I always say one of my favorite bands, but they're like modern day, they are my favorite band. Their music, like, I have an emotional connection to it that I do not have with there's very few other albums or songs or anything that I have that connection with. And they're from Cincinnati. I'm from Cincinnati, kinda. So I feel, I don't know, they're like my little inspirations.
Yeah.
Because I'm like, well, they can do something this big from where, and they're from where I'm from. So then I can also be something.
Yeah.
Because we come from the same place and we come from the same background. So it's like they're inspirational for me, and they're also super humble and just down to earth, and they love their fans and like to interact with them. They liked my tweet the other day and I almost shit myself.
Because you spent, what, 51 hours listening to them?
I spent 51 hours listening to them.
Yeah,
they were my top artists on my Spotify Wrapped.
My top artist was Tom Misch, which his album that he released this year is one of my top 5 for sure.
Yeah.
I spent 25 hours I think listening to him.
Yeah.
So, which is a lot considering how much music I listen to.
Mm-hmm.
So
yeah, they are like you said with Narrated for You. This is an album that I don't skip anything. I know every word to every song, and I saw them live twice. I know I talked about it in the episode that we did on them, but every single song that they'd start playing, I would turn to Megan and I'd grab her. We would tell each other what song was playing as if we didn't know already, and then just like beep beep. So yeah, they're just really good. And then I want to tell the story about, this isn't a song off of their album, but like I Can Lift the Car up by myself at their concerts. So Nick, the lead singer, he does a thing, and like when I saw them last, it was in August. It was like there's a lot of stuff going on in my life personally, and it was a low point. And so I mean, it was like very cathartic to go and like just kind of release it and just, and they do this thing where he's like, take all the shit in your life, just all of it, and then squish it down into a little ball and squish, 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 and then throw it up in the air. And literally I was weeping and I threw it up in the air and I'm just like, and it like literally felt like I was like letting go of something. And then they sing, I can lift a car, but you like are lifting the car with them. And it's just like so interactive, and they love their fans as much as their fans love them. And I think that's a really special, and not saying that artists don't love their fans, but it's a rare thing to find people that are so grateful for like the people that are like allowing them to do this.
I think there's artists that appreciate their fan base and are grateful for them, and then I think there's artists that want a relationship with their fans.
And
I
like,
think Alec is that same way.
Yeah.
Because like we talked about when we did his album a couple of weeks ago, he'll just go out and play for people in line before a concert. Like, they're going to see him when they get inside. They're going to see him on stage, but he's just going to go out and play.
Right.
And he'll just go up to strangers and say, hey, can I play a song for you? And just play a song for them.
Yeah.
Just 'cause.
And that's really cute.
It is cute, and it's nice, and it makes him a person and not like, if he ever becomes celebrity level, like, it makes him a person and not a celebrity and not a unreachable artist.
Right. So. And that's how I feel about Walk the Moon too, because like I always forget just how big they are.
Yeah.
You know, because they're pretty big and they're very popular, especially like after Shut Up and Dance came out. They were like, they blew up. And like, but it's like, to me, I still feel like they're these little like down home Cincinnati boys singing Anna Sun in their garage or some shit. And I'm just like, I always forget, they don't let on that they're like blowing up. They're like, oh my God, thank you guys, we love you. And like, yeah, I feel like they care about each of their fans personally, individually, and they want to just like let you know that. And it's really good. And they're also like activists for like LGBTQ and the environment and mental health and all that kind of stuff. Yeah. So like, that's great too. So
yeah, cool guys.
Yeah.
All right, guys, if you'd like to tweet us your album of the year, that would be really cool. We'd love to hear what you guys were obsessed with this year, and like let us know why you liked it too. You can find us on Twitter, Instagram, and Facebook at Music Monday Cast. Put it right here. You can also watch us on YouTube or just listen to us on Anchor, Spotify, Apple Podcasts,
Apple Playlist,
Google Play Podcasts, anywhere that you can listen to a podcast.
We're there.
We also have a Friday Faves playlist that you can go ahead and listen to. It's massive at this point, probably over 300 songs since this is our 30th episode. And then next week, we will have for you The Pains of Growing by Alessia Cara. She released her album before we left for Christmas break, but we already had all of our content planned for break. So we're going to talk about it when we get back. So, yeah, that's about it.
Cool. Stay safe on this new year, everyone.
Yeah.
No drinking and driving.
Nope.
Call an Uber. Lots of Ubers out. I know it's probably going to be expensive, but it's worth it.
Carpool. So. Make sure you have a DD. Be responsible. Make sure, like, just be aware that it's not just you. There's other people on the road as well.
Yeah.
So.
Yep. But also enjoy your new year.
Yeah.
Go out and toast that champagne. You know, my favorite New Year's song is the New Year's song. What is it called? Auld Lang Syne. I don't know how to pronounce it. That was the graduation song. I'm not going to start. Anyway, that was stupid. I just went on a long road of terror. Anyway,
that's all right.
But so we will see you all next week, back on our regular schedule with the lovely Alessia Cara.
Yeah.
So yeah.
Have a happy new year and a musical Monday. Bye, guys.